Larry, you excited for Chef's Table? We're here at Ocean Plaza. Look, you can see one of the cruise ships is still sailing next to us down there. But everyone's here assembled. We were told to meet in Ocean Plaza. We signed a waiver. And we're ready to go. So I'm so excited for this experience. Alright, so we're heading down, one deck down. So they said because of the restrictions, they've had to make a special room to do Chef's Table, not as usual. So I'm very excited. Here we go.
Well, we can do it on Scott's phone, maybe if it doesn't work.
Just clean my hands upstairs. Oh wow, beautiful. Just find your name on the table. Oh, here's mine. You're probably over there, Larry. Oh, perfect. Wow, look at this beautiful table.
Miss Stephanie?
So this is a setup we are having it. We will be having 7 courses as I mentioned before. So we have 3 canopies back to back, and we start with first canopy. The first canopy in front of you is all about mushrooms. So we are presenting the mushroom in different form, different textures. So you can have an essence and have texture, how we present the mushrooms. So we start with first, with a dropper in front of you. You can open the dropper. You have a small spoon. Like in the childhood, we always have a medicine, you know, you take a medicine, you take a dropper. You can use a small spoon up here. Then
This one?
you can drop, press it up, make a bit and put in your spoons. And taste the liquid, please.
Okay.
I'll crack. You can drink it. I love the drink.
Oh, I see. Okay. So put a little in the spoon.
Here.
Let me just taste it.
Taste it. Mushroom branch. Basically the branch kind of thing. The mushroom branch. How we make it? We make a mushroom paste. We saute the mushroom, we make a paste. We put rice crispy. We make it blend again. We put on a silk pad, make it dry, dehydrated one, and at the time of pick up, we put in a deep fat fire. The other sand kind of texture is basically the dehydrated mushroom mixed with almond flour. So make a mushroom earth because it's sand kind of texture. The half sphere is we call creamy mushroom. Basically is cocoa mushroom. Basically is a creamy mushroom mixture. We put in a half mold. We freeze it up. We take it out. At a time of pick up, we put in cocoa butter. Put the gold dust on top. So when you're having it, have a branch with your, first thing you have a branch and then dust and cocoa mushroom you have together. So there's the second part of the canapé. Use a spoon, please. You can have it.
They just poured that there.
Excuse me?
You can mix your tea and you can remove the thyme and then you can taste the mushroom tea.
Mix it.
And then remove the thyme because they infuse the thyme flavor in your mushroom tea. How we make it is the basic concept of consomme. So what we do, we take a mushrooms, all the exotic mushroom, we mix with chicken mince, egg shells, eggs. We put water and we make a little bit simmer. What will happen? All the mince will take all your impurities from the mushroom. The clear broth will left. So that's a mushroom tea for you. The third part of first canopy.
That is
It's
yummy.
very warm, earthy.
It's good.
That's delicious. Wow.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Just like,
See, mine is different than yours.
what is yours?
Mine is gluten-free, so it doesn't have that coating on it.
Basically, the canapé we having it is have 3 parts in a plate. The white sauce we call leban. Leban is basically the mixture of we have a mixture of sour cream and Greek yogurt, the white sauce. On the side we have a caviar kind of thing, that is condiment blanco caviar, the champagne vinegar caviars. How we make it, we boil the champagne vinegar, we put a gelatin, we put a chilled oil, take out a chilled oil from the fridge, we put a droplet with a syringe, so it get a spherification and the caviar's kind of texture will get, the small pebbles. And the center is beetroot and tomato jam mixture. We put in 2 halves pair. In the center we put spinach and sour onion. We combine it, make a ball kind of thing.
Wow.
And then we put the beetroot dust and panko crumb. So when you're having it, all 3 elements have together. So the texture will be sweet, sour, because the beetroot is sweet and the sauce is sour. Please have it.
Video
From the
that.
garden.
Look how pretty that is. You gotta pick from the garden.
No, I'm putting this like it's putting right here.
So what do we have the third canopy for today?
One fell over.
We have a crab balls. Basically it's a blue crab.
Ooh, look.
We take out a blue crab, we mix with choux paste, we put a cheese. In the center of this one we have apple relish. The blue crab will be sweet and apple relish will be sour. And we dust with a panko. At the last minute we deep fried it. You enjoy your crab ball. Is a sticks of rosemary. So it's all environment friendly. For his gluten free, ma'am. For his
Pretty.
Thank you.
we arrange it here for you.
Take a picture. Take a picture of her. You tell the
Wow.
lady to get it from the center.
Flaky roll. Basically the hand rolled bread. We mix with butter, cheese. We roll it, and lot of calories for you. On top we have Parmesan cheese. On the side we have 2 kind of butter. One is nutty butter, the melted one. The thick one is honey smoky butter. So you can break the bread, dip it up, enjoy your bread course.
Thank you.
You gotta go up when you get out.
Look at that.
Which is kind of hot.
Oh wow, Larry, look at that.
Gosh, I wonder what's gonna be
So
in this
beautiful.
So before we go ahead, we have a photographer, one snap, and then I will explain you what we have on the plate. We have a kimchi glass. The kimchi glass we call this one. Inside the kimchi glass is basically the bacon snow. Bacon snow is bacon fat. We put in a tapioca meltoxing. It's basically edible kind one. We make it like a powder kind of thing. Then we have a pork belly. On top is kimchi foam. So you start with kimchi glass, and then I'll explain the next element of the plate. You can take 1 bite if you want. You can take 2 bites.
Or we just pick it up.
Okay, just pick it up. Or
Oh Lord.
Oh, it had something on the bottom.
Mm.
Oh, it's all cut. It's literally gone. That's why they take the picture before people eat this, huh?
Isn't that good? Kimchi foam.
Well, that's really good.
I'm gonna taste this here.
so the next element on your plate is left hand side of the plate is frozen raspberry and Greek yogurt elderflower mist, and on top of that is apple leather, hazelnut cookie and apple caviar. So that will be crispy one side. This will be frozen on your mouth.
This one?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's cold. Oh, yeah. Fork for that one.
This one? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
the
pick-
red one.
I'm gonna pick it up.
It's cold.
Ooh, it is really cold.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Mm.
Bacon.
Bacon makes everything good.
Oh wow.
Bacon goes on everything.
That's good.
So the center of the plate we have olive and sesame sponge. Then we have passion fruit and mango essence or puree. And on the side we have candy floss or cotton candy. So enjoy your third part of the plate. It will be sweet and a little bit tang because of olives and sesame.
So we find the middle?
Yep.
The middle one. So one side is crispy, one side is frozen, center is sweet. So all the texture of your mouth. That's why we call it chef taste. This
Oh,
course.
wow.
So everything is there on your flavors and texture.
You can get
That is why I call it chef taste.
I love that mango puree. It's really good. It's really good.
That's what I thought too. Cotton candy.
Okay, before I find the glass, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you use that together?
Yeah.
I'm going for the glass bite.
Oh, I was supposed to eat this.
I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, here, take a picture of that one. Yeah. Oh, Crystal, how I do it.
Oh, cotton candy.
Oh yeah.
Yum, cotton candy.
So high on the plate is a plum flowers. What we do, we take a plum, we slice it up, and then we cut, put in a merlot, we hand roll it. These are hand rolled flowers. It takes 3 hours to make at least 14 flowers. On the left hand side of plate we have yam, parsnip and tomato jam puree. On the right we have duck. There is a spice powder on top. That is basically North African spice. It's a mixture of roasted cumin, cardamom, nutmeg, coriander, kosher salt, and then we have peppers. Then we serve with a duck glaze. So when you're having it, you enjoy your duck course with everything little bit in your spoon. So you can have sweet of the plum, sour from the parsnip puree, with little bit sharp. So have a duck course, please enjoy a duck course, please.
Thank you.
Surf hunter we call. On a bowl we have a wheel sheet kind of thing. Basically that is the lobster wheel. Lobster wheel we make with the lobster stock. We make a lobster stock, we reduce it, make a sheet, put on a sill pad, make a sheet, we cut with the cutter. Beneath the lobster wheel we have a lobster spear, basically lobster bisque soup. We make a spear. On the side we have onion powder. The powder is called French onion powder, it's a soup. We reduce it, dehydrate it, make a powder from the soup. Edible flowers. Then that will be served for you because it's a lobster. The turf will be your beef tea. So that's why we call surf and turf. This one, when the tea is poured, you have a spare of the lobster bisque. You have to poke it up, mix the lobster bisque with your beef tea. So surf and turf matches together in a soup form. So that's why the same concept of lobster and beef steak, but in the soup form.
Oh, wow. All right, here comes the beef tea.
Please come in with the other half to pour in here, and then you.
Break the whole thing up.
Looks yummy. Thank you.
Mine's green pea. Mine's Martian style. Yeah.
And we take this little whisk. We're gonna mix it together.
Okay.
Break the Parmesan space with cheese.
Great.
And you take your
Crush that out and stir it in.
This smells amazing.
Smells really good. So mine is matcha.
Just take you can see the spare and you can poke the spare and then you mix
Yes,
the lobster
please.
bisque with the beef tea.
That's good. Thank you.
Yes.
wax on.
Yes. Thank you.
Surf and turf soup. Tim, what did you get? What flavor?
Mine's matcha.
So we have next course. Before we have a next course, we have sea bass. Sea bass we serve with juice pairing. We call juice pairing. It's basically the juice of cucumber, grapefruit, orange, lemon, lime, pellegrino, and champagne. It's like a palate cleanser for your mouth. And then we have a crisp or spinach and asparagus, green asparagus with yeast batter. So this crisp, this the palate cleanser, the juice. Put in a nitrogen chiffon so it will be more chiller. We put a Thai chili, just a hint of Thai chili. So give a hint.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Oh. And got in the laundry.
Pretty.
When he was coming back out, he got between the wall and the door and he closed the door. Okay.
In front of you is the sea bass. On the side we have a almond and parmesan mash. Then edamame beans and almond servers. Sea bass is a big fill of 15 pound. What we do, we debone it. We make a 2.5 ounce of cubes. We put in a Ziploc bag, olive oil, thyme, garlic, tarragon. We put in sous vide for 14 minutes or 140 degree Fahrenheit. After that, we take it out in the cast iron. We put lemon and orange and sea bass to give a nice char color. We serve with a white asparagus juice. Basically, white asparagus, cream, butter, white wine. We blend together. Enjoy. Start with your shot of juice pairing, and then you go ahead with your fish.
There's no almond in mine, right?
Hold on.
Okay, good.
It's mashed potato mash, and you have.
Thank you.
We call a pastry chef here. Chef Sunny, he's the whole and soul in charge of Pista. All the dessert what you're eating all around the ship. From cafe to deck 10 to deck 14 to deck 0, anywhere you have a dessert. He's the whole and soul in charge. He's have a big team who's serving the desserts. And for your calories also for the whole 7 days. So he'll do the setup for melting chocolate cake. And then I'll explain you what next we have.
Oh, wow.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
How was your dessert so far?
Good.
How many have tried the melting chocolate cake?
I've never had it.
You should try it.
I've never had it because I'm gluten free.
No, we do have a gluten free.
I know, but I've never had it.
So, as you know, it's a Carnival signature dessert, and that is the only reason we serve it every day. I approximately serve 1,500, almost 2,000 plus per day. Just imagine the amount of chocolate and butter do I use. Just to let you know, I use thousands of fresh eggs per day only for melting chocolate cake.
Oh,
And that is the only reason I have one guy in the night shift for just to break the eggs and to make sure that there are no eggshells inside the melting chocolate cake. Yeah? And by the way, don't worry about the recipe because I will provide the recipe towards the end of your table. There's a reason behind that too. Back home, the flour might become sugar, the sugar might become flour, and then you end up with no melting. Okay. Shall we start? First, you need to put the eggs. For that, all you need to have is fresh eggs, sugar, semi-sweet chocolate, all-purpose flour, and unsalted butter. That's all you need for the melting chocolate cake. The chocolate what I use for melting is fletchline. It's all the way from Switzerland. It contains 44% of chocolate and rest is cocoa. Yeah? Any chocolate which is below 44% is good to go. There we go. Shall we start? First we need to put the eggs. Eggs must be at the room temperature, right? And sugar. You just have to mix the eggs and sugar until the sugar dissolves completely. You don't have to whip it. If you whip it, it won't be a melting. It will be a so-called a chocolate cake. You don't want that. You all must be wondering 2,000 to 3,000 portions per day. I must be using a small bowl, right? I wish I could do that. Basically, I use the huge machine ball in which I make approximately 4,000 portions at a time.
Wow.
But if I start doing in this ball, you might get a melting probably towards the end of your cruise. There we go. I have just mixed the sugar. All good? Now you need to put the flour. Back home when you put the flour, you make sure that you sieve the flour. Otherwise all the lumps gonna get inside the melting mixture. There we go. As you can see, no lumps inside, right? All good? Now you need to put the butter and the chocolate. Before you put your butter and the chocolate, you just have to melt the butter and the chocolate in the double boiling. The reason behind that is if you keep your chocolate directly under heat, your chocolate will burn. So that is the only reason you need to keep under double boiling, or else you can microwave your chocolate and butter as well. And the chocolate. Here we go. And our melting mixture is ready. As you can see, nice and shiny, pori consistency. All good? So once the mixture is ready, we put in the souffle cup. We bake for 145 to 150 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes. Well, as you know, we bake around for 3,500 to 4,000 guests, right? So we bake in a huge tray with water bath. So in water bath, what happens? The side ones of the tray cook very faster, and the center one little soft. For me, I strongly suggest you all to have the salt from the center. The reason behind that is it goes well with the vanilla ice cream. Again, a bit of extra calories, but once you're on vacation, you don't need to count your calories, right? That's perfect. As you can see, I have just bought the melting, freshly baked melting, just to show you. As you can see, nice and soft in the center. Yep. And hard on the side. Yeah?
Yeah.
This is the perfect one. But well, it's all your choice how you love your melting chocolate cake. Because some guests may like to have hard in the center, some guests may like to have soft in the center. So as I said, we bake for 3,500 to 4,000 guests, right? So do request your waiters how you love your melting chocolate cake. Yeah? So any questions for me so far? All good? So thank you for joining Chef Table. Have a wonderful dinner.
Thank you.
Fresh and provolone cheese. Then we have goat cheese crumble and goat cheese, dill leaves and edible flowers. We serve with two kind of meat. We have lamb loin. Lamb loin, we take a lamb loin, we cut in 3 strips, we put a spinach, we wrap it up, plastic wrap, put in the refrigerator, take it out. Then we put a chicken skin on top on the lamb loin. Then we put in a Ziploc bag, 10 minutes for sous vide. After that, we take it out, put on a cast iron with garlic, butter, and thyme, so it gets nice crispy chicken skin on top. On the side, we have pastrami, lamb pastrami. We take a lamb leg, feed us back, we put a rub. We take it out for 3 days. After we wash it up, we put in a smoker. After smoker, we at a time of pickup, we cut it up, we make it heat up. So there are two kind of meat. We serve with the lamb and beet stew, and we smoke with hickory woods to the lamb loin.
Wow. Wow.
So we smoke with the hickory woods. It's a nice and smoky flavor. So hope you get the smell of aroma of this.
Smells so good. Oh wow. Thank you.
Chunk of lamb. We put in a braising for 4 hours. Take out all the muscles. Mix with cheese. Panko dusted. The lamb neck croquette right over here. And then on the base of lamb neck croquette, there is a edible charcoal. Basically, is yuca cooked with balsamic vinegar. If you see the hard part inside the croquette, the down part.
Oh, it's good. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, pretty. Thank you. My goodness. That looks so good.
Warm cheddar cheese. Sauce.
Warm cheddar jus.
Oh, this is.
Yeah, that's the warm.
What do we have in front of you? We have a beef strip. On the side we have yam mash or sweet potato mash. Then in the center we have milk chips, and underneath the milk chips we have leeks, braised in chorizo oil, and Parmesan cheese. Milk chips we make with the half an hour. We boil the half an hour. We put the glucose, liquid glucose. We blend it up. All the foam we put on a sill pad under the heater for 4 hours. It becomes like chips. That is milk chips.
Wow.
On the same side we have cheddar juice. Cheddar juice is basically cheddar cheese we boil with the water. We take out all the impurities. We keep aside, the water and cheese get separated. We throw the water, the cheddar juice is there. Beef strip, we take a whole beef strip. We put a soft butter in a whole beef strip. We put on the aluminium foil on top. Then we put a clay. We bake in the oven. We break the clay. We cut the strip, sear on the cast iron, and serve to you. So enjoy your beef strip with cheddar juice. Hope you like it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Restructured pastry.
So what we have in front of you is a patisserie art, basically with 2 chocolate ganache. One is you can see in front of you. In the Filantini, the crisp are Filantini pastries, or we call Philo pastries. Inside the crisp we have lemon curd, raspberry curd, and cocoa powder. Then we have a pastries, that is the best part on the plate. When you break the pastry, you have all together, all the layers. Then we have raspberry yogurt foam, cognac cream on the center, the white sauce, and the white chocolate, the garnish. So enjoy your patisserie art.
Thank you. Well, that's raspberry. Oh.
Raspberry and elderflower caviar, the spoon. Elderflower is basically the fruity liquor. We make a caviar on a spoon. On the left hand side, we have a tart, basically creme caramel on the tart, or creme brulee on the tart. And then on the side, we have almond cake, or old mud pie, New Orleans style, a small form, and then on top is almonds, roasted almonds. Please enjoy your last course.
Thank you. Thank you.
We had another wonderful experience at the chef's table. We really appreciated this unique menu, and it was so delicious.